Good afternoon, guys. Today we solved superposition theorem. Second problem: find the current in the 2 ohm resistor between A and B for the network using the superposition theorem. Okay, so the network is given the A and B in between the 2 ohm resistor. We find the value of across the 2 ohm resistor. So first to find the current flow through the 2 ohm resistor. Superposition formula: IL is equal to IL dash plus IL double dash. Okay, so first step, we used 10 volt supply, remove the 20 volt source. So in that we remove the 20 volt source, we shorted that C and D point. Okay, so first we simplify the parallel combination and series combination. So first we have 4 ohm resistor and 2 ohm resistor. Okay, in that we formalize parallel equation R1 into R2 divided by R1 plus R2. That means 4 ohm into 2 ohm divided by 4 plus 2 in parallel equation formula. In that we find 1.3 ohm resistor value. In that we change it to the 1.3 ohm resistor. In that we next step we followed 3 ohm plus 1.3 we connected in the series. So we add the resistor R1 R2 3 ohm plus 1.3 resistor, in total 4.3 ohm resistor. Then we change to 4.3 ohm resistor. In that we have two combination of parallel combination R1 and R2, 2 ohm plus 4.3. So in that we find the RTH. So in this resistor connected in series across the 2 and 4.3. So 5 plus 2 into 4.3 divided by 2 plus 4.3 is parallel equation. In that we find the RTH value 6.36 ohm resistor. So we actually the formula is IL dash is equal to I into opposite resistance divided by total resistance formula. In that we have find to current. So I is equal to V by R. So we know for voltage 10 volt divided by the total resistance 6.36. In that we find 1.57 amps. So in that we find the 1.57 into opposite resistance 4.3 divided by 2 plus 4.3, and then find the IL current dash. IL dash current 1.07 amps. So next we go to second step. In that we remove the 10 volt, then we use 20 volt. So in that we find we short this terminal. So we use 20 volt supply. So 4 ohm and 2 ohm both is parallel combination. So parallel combination R1 into R2 divided by R1 plus R2. In that we find 1.3 ohm resistor. Then now I changed 1.3 ohm resistor. So in that the terminal A and B 2 ohm resistor and 1.3 ohm resistor they connected in parallel. So use the parallel combination 1.3 into 2 divided by 1.3 plus 2. So in that we find 0.78 ohm resistor. So finally we get the 5 ohm, 0.78, 3 ohm, then across the 20 volt. We find the current because the formula is IL dash is equal to current into opposite resistance divided by total resistance. Okay. So IL dash. So formula I is equal to V by R. So we find total resistance RTH value. So RTH value, so 3 ohm 0.78 into 5. In the combination we find our total RTH value 5.61 ohm. Then I is equal to V by R. So voltage 20 volt. Then RTH value 5.61. In that we find I. So I is equal to 3.57 amps. So formula when the IL dash is equal to I into opposite resistance divided by total resistance. Is the total current is 3.57 amps into opposite resistance 5 divided by 5 plus into 0.78. So in that IL dash is equal to 0.09 amps. So step 3 is the total load current IL is equal to IL dash plus IL double dash. So IL value dash value 1.07, IL double dash value 0, so 3.09. The total value is IL dash is equal to 4.16. So finally we get value across the 2 ohm resistor 4.16 amps. So across the A and B terminal across the 2 ohm resistor. This is the final answer of 4.16. After the resistance value 0.78, so we get 5 ohm, 0.78, 3 ohm. So the combination of parallel with the series combination. So R is equal to 3 into 0.78 divided by 3 plus 0.78. This is a parallel combination plus series combination plus 5. In that we find RTH value of 5.61. So formula is IL double dash is equal to I into R2 divided by R2 plus R3. So I already find it values 20 divided by 5.65, 3.57 is the total current. In that we find IL dash. So IL double dash is equal to 3.5 into opposite resistance 5 divided by total resistance 5 plus 0.78. In that we find IL double dash is equal to 3.09 amps. Then step 3 is a total load current. So IL is equal to IL dash plus IL double dash. So IL dash already find it 1.07 amps. IL double dash 3.09 is the total current. IL equal to 4.16 amps. Actually, if A and B in the network across the 2 ohm resistor, IL is equal to 4.16 amps. So across the 2 ohm resistor current. Okay. IL is equal to 4.16 amps. Okay, thank you.